Hey everybody, thank you for watching the video today, taking a few moments of your day to share with me. Again, I need to apologize. It's been a while since I put the video out. Things have just been a little crazy recently. I've been really busy. I've been looking for finding a job. I got a couple of projects that I'm working on. I have a special video I'm trying to create, um, especially about Damascus. It teaches what Damascus is, how it's made, what its history is, and that's been taking a lot of my time too. I'm kind of learning the process as I go along. Um, but I'm here today. Today's a good day, and I decided I'd grab a few moments while I had them and do this. Today I've decided I'm going to present, I call this um, a Fantasy Damascus Scimitar, I guess. And I guess just a little bit of reference. A scimitar is more of a family of swords than one style in particular. They come from different regions of the Middle East, and it depends on the region they come from, the particular style that they have. Typically, though, they all have a distinctive shape. They have a pronounced curved blade, and everybody knows I love the curved blades. I have so many that those are kind of one of the things that I kind of gravitate towards. They are a single edge blade. They're very tend to be slender and elegant. Um, Now, I say slender. Most of them are, especially definitely the Persian and the Indian versions. If you get more into the area of the Ottoman Empire and Northern Africa, they do have blades that are a little bit wider. Now, I will say that recently in movies and fantasy blades that are made and things like that, scimitars have been shown to be a little bit different. And if we've all seen Aladdin, we're familiar with the scimitars that the palace guards have. This is a little bit more of what we have typically in mind when we think of a scimitar. But honestly, this is really not, you know, they didn't have blades really that wide. There might have been something there, but I haven't really seen them. They're not quite that wide typically, but this is more of the standard type of a scimitar. Now, there are some that are definitely a lot more curved on it. I like this. It's just a very gentle curve, just enough to make it just very elegant. Um, these blades, scimitars were made because they're light, they're fast, they're very effective in slashing. They're made for cavalry. So any kind of a mounted attack that you're on, especially so if you're sitting on a horse, you're elevated, you're higher up, the curved blade was very effective for when you had to do the slashing downward cuts. And that's what they're made for. That's why we have them. So cultural significance, these are definitely, especially for the cavalry, certain warriors, palace guards, things like that. They're the ones that had the scimitars. Now, this particular scimitar, it's 30 inches long from tip to pommel. It's a good size on here. This is 1 pound, 11 ounces. It is not a heavy blade at all, especially for sword. Just barely over 1.5 pounds. It's actually very light, um, easy to work, easy to move in your hands, has excellent balance to it. This material is twist Damascus, and I apologize, I'm a little bit farther from the camera today, just because it's so long, I had to have the camera a little bit farther away to pick it up. So I'm hoping you're able to see the pattern. Again, it does have a beautiful twist Damascus pattern on it. And again, Damascus is one of my favorite materials to have blades made out of. Excuse me, I have hiccups. Um, the blade itself is 19 inches long. The width goes from about 1.5 inches at the widest part to just a smidget over the inch. So it gets wide, it gets a little bit more narrow, then has the little belly that opens up again, the narrow again. And again, it has that very slight curve. I like this so much. Again, this reminds me, I call it a fantasy scimitar because it reminds me a lot of the style of the blades that the elves had again in Lord of the Rings. And it's just a elegant, elegant style of blade, which I just tremendously love. and it just makes a wonderful combination. I love the way this one was made. I love the way it came out. Um, my friend, the bladesmith who made this, he does such a good job, and I was just incredibly pleased with this one. This, the handle on here is 7.5 inches long, and it's leather wrapped. So this is full tang. This is just one big piece of metal from tip to pommel. So it's just one solid piece of metal in here, leather wrapper on the handle on here. The pommel and the guard are each about an inch. So, and again, it's all made out of the same twist Damascus. Um, so we get 30 inches from end to end. And again, this is, like I said, this is not a heavy blade at all. The balance is wonderful on it. This is so easy to pick up and move around. And this is, again, like I said, it's one of my favorites. They're all my special babies, I guess. But I do love this. This has a special place of prominence in my collection here. So I decided that I wanted to pick this to share with everybody today. Um, just a beautiful blade. Makes me happy. So I do want to say I appreciate you again for taking a minute out of your day to watch this. I enjoy sharing the collection I have. It kind of gives me a purpose instead of my my blades are just there, on the shelf in their collection looking at me, and I walk by and I look at them, and it's like they're kind of like, well, what are we doing here? So it gives me a chance to touch them, to share them. I enjoy sharing. I know there's probably a lot of people who aren't really that interested in that, but I'm very grateful for you taking your time today. Tomorrow here in the United States is Thanksgiving. I do have people in other countries who watch this, so not everybody celebrates Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is one of our most special times in the country. It's a time where we give thanks for the blessings that we have. I'm very grateful personally for my family, for my friends. I'm grateful for my strange little blade collection and my little um, uh, weird hobby that I have. I'm grateful for you for taking a moment to watch this, and for the many encouraging words that you have sent to me. You've been very kind, and I appreciate that. I hope everybody's having just a wonderful day. I hope tomorrow is great if you celebrate Thanksgiving. Um, and if not, I still hope you have a wonderful day. And thank you again, and I will be seeing you soon in my next video.